Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, looking at our new defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks. He is the new guy replacing DeMeco Ryans, who left to become the head coach of the Houston Texans. Best wishes, best of luck to him in Houston. It's going to be a project, but I believe him being the hometown hero, playing for the Texans before now the head coach of the team, I think he's going to do really well. It might take a second, but Texan fans, if you happen to be watching this, I think he'll do a really good job there. So you guys got a good coach, but now we have to look towards the present and the future. Steve Wilks is our man, and to be honest with you, the way that Robert Saleh and DeMeco Ryans left the team after a year or two, I don't know how long Steve Wilks is going to be on this team, because I think he's a great defensive coach. He's done a really good job with Carolina the past few years. He left a little bit to become the head coach of Arizona that one time. And actually, during that year, they did beat the 49ers twice with Josh Rosen as the quarterback, which was freaking insane. But yeah, he beat the 49ers twice, but he ended up getting the can after 1 year. And that was kind of a mistake looking back, because of the fact that they hired Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray. And that project definitely did not work out. Kingsbury's now gone. Kyler Murray is on an awful contract for the team. And the future's not looking bright for Arizona. They do have Jonathan Gannon, but I don't know if I feel confident of Arizona in that hiring. But I guess he could be better than Kingsbury. But that's like saying taking a piss is better than taking a poo, honestly. But hey, I might be wrong about Jonathan Gannon, but I don't really have high hopes for Arizona, and they've gone through a lot of changes the past few years, and firing Steve Wilks was not a good change at all. They didn't even give him a chance, and now they're kind of paying for it, essentially. Came to Carolina, did not too bad for the most part last year. Matt Rule got fired and he took over, and the players played really, really well. They almost made the playoffs. I know it was a losing record, but they almost made the playoffs. And for him to take this job, I think it's a fantastic opportunity for him. It might be a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you, not getting that Carolina job. Because with this job in San Francisco, if he does a fantastic job like the previous coordinators, then he's going to be gone probably after this year, to be honest with you, in 2023. I know my hopes are a little too high, maybe, but I am optimistic because the defense is just so good. We all know what this defense stands for. Number one defense, in my opinion, in the NFL. You can fight me if you want, if you're not a 49er fan. That's just how good I believe this team can be led by Nick Bosa and Fred Warner and all the other guys that they have. Also, Javon Hargrave from Philadelphia, I think that's a big addition to the team. That's just going to boost your defensive line even more. It's already stacked. It's even more stacked, more than ever before. I'm excited to see what that D-line can do this year. Wilks, a great motivator, a great coach, players coach for the most part. He does have that old school fashion guy in terms of coaching players hard, but he shows a lot of love, and a lot of the Carolina players, they loved him, and I'm pretty sure when they didn't hire him as the full-time head coach, they were pretty upset. And I mean, it is what it is, but hey, it's a win for us big time. I thought that was the biggest offseason move that they made for this whole team in general. We talk about the players, we could talk about the draft picks, but hiring Steve Wilks as the defensive coordinator, I think that was the biggest move, in my opinion, for this team. I don't know if you guys agree with me with that. People would say the defense runs itself, but hey, you never know. Sometimes you got to have a great team, but the new coach does a lot of changes, and it's not for the best, it's for the worst. But for the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan and company, they were looking for a guy that was going to keep most of the team identity the same on the defensive side of the ball, but add a little wrinkle to the defense. I think Steve Wilks is going to emphasize the defensive backs position more, because that's more of his specialty for his coaching prowess. I think it's going to be even better. Maybe you have Travarius Ward, Talanoa Hufanga, all these guys. I mean, I think they're going to get some great coaching from Steve Wilks, and looking forward to it definitely in 2023. A lot of changes for the 49ers. A lot of players left. Some people joined us. And, with the 49ers being turnover all the time, especially with coaches, to be able to play really well for the past few years now, that's a really good indication of how good the organization is. I remember years ago we were talking about how crappy this organization is. I remember ESPN had a poll saying that we were the worst run team in the NFL, with Trent Baalke kind of leading the team, unfortunately. But hey, he's doing really well in Jacksonville so far, so got to give him credit there. But in San Francisco, he kind of was destroying the team. Essentially, York had his ear for the most part, and it was a disaster. But after he left, we had John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan for the past almost 5-6 years now. For the most part, like 90% of the time, they've been doing really, really well. And the culture continues, and to great get great coaches to get them to be head coaches. I mean, that's just going to be happening all the time now. We've had coaches leave to become head coaches, offensive coordinators, other defensive coordinators, all that other cool stuff, and that's good to see from Kyle Shanahan and company. I mean, he's done a really good job mentoring these guys, and all of them so far, they've had success for the most part. Mike McDaniel made the playoffs for the first year. In Miami, Robert Saleh, he just got Aaron Rodgers, so they're big contenders for 2023 for the New York Jets. And DeMeco Ryans, I think he's going to make a big difference maker in Houston in a year or two. And Steve Wilks, I think he's going to be adding to that legacy of 49ers coaches and doing something great for another team. So, this is a great pit stop for him. I hope he stays a little bit longer than a year. I hope he does well. I mean, that's the first thing that has to happen is he has to do well. Expectations are really high for this defense to be at least number 2, number 1, essentially in the NFL. And I think Wilks will do a really, really good job coaching this team and showing them love big time. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Wanted to give some flowers to Coach, and I know him in Carolina. Well, I don't know him like that, but from his time coaching in Carolina, he did a really good job for the most part. A lot of the players miss him and love him, I'm pretty sure. But hey, Carolina's loss, our gain. We'll definitely take it any day of the week. So yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. What do you guys think about the whole Steve Wilks hiring? Do you think he's going to last 1 year with the 49ers after assuming that he has a really successful season with the 49ers in 2023? Please let me know in the comments below. It's great to see you guys, hear from you guys again, and can't wait to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, per usual, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. I hope to catch you guys up this week when I talk more about the 49ers, either in long form or YouTube shorts. So I hope you guys have been enjoying that as well. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Go Niners all day.